sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass,
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 26 in season number 5 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Series. We are here at the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway in Madison, Illinois for the Emerson Electric 250, the penultimate race of the season. We only have 3 races left to go before we crown a champion in Darlington, South Carolina on Labor Day weekend, and let me tell you, the whole picture of this championship may switch right around here tonight because our points leader, Carter Friesen, who only holds a 10-point lead on outside pole sitter Trey Smith, starts in the 35th position. And this is essentially a short track the way it races, so moving away from the back to the front is very difficult. It is going to be very interesting to see who comes up top the points at the end of this race heading into Daytona next weekend. But either way, for the first time ever, joined alongside Brady Wilmington to call this one, the new owner of the Pacific Racing Team, the 0002 M21. Hey Brady, this points battle is super close. The top 7 all separated by 40 points or less. How do you think it's going to shake out? How aggressive are those guys in championship contention going to be here tonight, trying to get that points lead heading into 2 races left to go?
Well, with this few races left in the season, and with everybody so close to each other in points, every point is going to matter. And I'm going to expect some of these championship contenders to really scratch and claw their way up the field as much as they possibly can, so that they have the best chance to take the points lead once this is over. And you said that the points leader was starting really deep in the pack, and that's really going to play a factor, especially at a track like this.
Absolutely, and especially it's going to play a factor when a lot of guys who are in the top 5 in points, as a matter of fact, the top 2 are both top 5 in points starting in this race. Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Smith. Trey Smith only 10 points behind Carter Friesen coming into tonight's event. Landon Smith Jr. 28 points behind. And then starting third, Jonathan Logan, who has been one of the hottest drivers so far these past couple of races, is only 40 points behind the points lead. And the way things are probably going to shake out in this race, if Carter Friesen ends up finishing where he starts, we could definitely see Logan put his name into the championship battle heading into Daytona next weekend. And of course, next weekend being Daytona, anyone can win that race, and that can really shake things up heading into the Meliello 250 at Darlington 2 weeks from now. But it's going to be a tight battle for this championship here in the Turkey Hill Series, and definitely going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Official point standings, Carter Friesen, 613 points towards the championship. 10 points behind is Trey Smith. 17 points behind is Jacob Hammond. Hammond starts about midway through the field in this race. Our last winner, Christian Vargas, is only 18 points behind. Out of nowhere, Christian Vargas is there in the top 5 in points. He starts around the 14th position. And obviously, we mentioned Landon Smith Jr., 28 points behind there, starting on the pole here for the Emerson Electric 250 from Gateway. And these drivers will roll off here from the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. It'll be a 40-lap race here tonight, and like I mentioned, it's a Smith front row. Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Smith going to lead us to the green flag. Then it's Jonathan Logan and Daniel Voiles in row number 2. Nick Smith to the inside of Jake Rogers, Alex Bonsignor, and Owen Miles. Then we got Kashawn Richardson to the inside of Zachary DeLello, rounding out the top 10 starting positions. There's Christian Vargas there starting in the 14th position. Jacob Hammond, who's third in the points, is rather deep in the field there in the number 47, around the 30th starting position. And then you got Carter Friesen starting in the 35th starting position there in the number 23 machine, our points leader. It's a difficult place to work your way from the back to the front. Brady, who do you think is going to go to victory lane here tonight in the Emerson Electric 250?
Well, I think it's probably, like you said, it's going to be really difficult to go up to the front. So I think it's definitely going to be someone within the top 10. I'm going to put my money on Jonathan Logan. He has been on fire the past couple of races, and I think his hot streak is just going to continue because once you just get in that hot streak, you can go like a few weeks, and you're just going to be on fire.
We're just going to have to see. Jonathan Logan is getting good at the right time, and a win here tonight could win him a championship 2 weeks from now. It's a Thursday night, first time we've gone to Gateway in the Turkey Hill Series since 2015. Landon Smith Jr. and Trey Smith going to lead us to the green flag as the pace car pulls down. We're green flag racing in the St. Louis area here in the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. What a move there on the start of the race for Jonathan Logan. They got to be careful here. Daniel Boyle's loose off of turn 2, but he keeps it together in the number 96 as Jonathan Logan from the third starting position powers to the race lead here at Gateway.
Yeah, Jonathan Logan got a great jump off that restart, got to the bottom 3 wide going into turn 1 and made the pass. And as you saw, Daniel Boyle really loose off of turn 2, but somehow kept it straight.
And the yellow's out. First lap of action already, a caution on the racetrack. Jordan Lopez, number 22, and Jacob Hammond. You got Ashland Boyd also coming down the pit lane as well. That is a tough one for Jacob Hammond, who came into this race 17 points behind. And at the moment, he is going to be farther in the field than Carter Friesen here at Gateway. But an early caution. And we may see a little bit of strategy here. These guys don't have to come down the pit lane quite yet, but tire wear is very significant here at Gateway. And these guys are definitely want to get some fresh tires on their race cars to run a little bit better than everybody else. We'll have to see if anyone plays any strategy here. Looks like Jake Rogers might try to stay out here and gain some track position, but it does appear that the rest of the field is coming down the pit lane here on lap number 2. So it's going to be very interesting what Jake Rogers can do on the restart. Either way, Jonathan Logan, how about that start there from the third starting position? Dove right down to the inside in turn 1, took the lead away, got a bonus point towards the championship for leading a lap. Looking pretty good right now for the driver, the number 63.
Yeah, it definitely is as we start pit stops here. Like I said at the beginning of the race, Jonathan Logan has been on fire in the past few races, and that move just kind of proved it off the initial start.
It looks like fuel only for Alex Bonsignor in the 75, and it may be fuel only for Mark Allen and Chase Buck in the back possibly, but 4 tire stops all around for the rest of the field, including Jonathan Logan, who looks to restart in the 4th position once we get back going. Jake Rogers and Seth Cole stayed out on the racetrack there under the caution flag. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here at the Gateway International Raceway, the old name for this racetrack, here in the Emerson Electric 250. You're going to see right here the number 87 of Ashland Boyd had an issue, possibly had a tire go down and cut to the pit lane. Definitely not a good place to have an issue here at the World Wide Technology Raceway. That jammed the field up. Then you're going to see Jacob Hammond dive bomb the corner into Jordan Lopez and John Andrews and Brandon Mayhew. And into the outside wall they go in turn number 4. A real tough break there for those guys involved, and it was just a miscalculation of Hammond's part. Those guys had a huge run heading into the corner, and they just simply could not slow down in time to avoid getting in the Lopez and Andrews. Tough break for all those guys involved. Let's go ahead and see this in real time.
And we're going to see the 87 top down, trying to go into the pits, and the field just checked up, just didn't see it coming. 32, 22, 47, and 02 all collide up into the outside wall, and some damage on the side of the 22 car of Jordan Lopez.
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are going to get knocked out from this. It wasn't too bad of an accident, but still a really unfortunate break right there, and Ashland Boyd looks like he'll have his chances of winning this race end right there. Had a few guys stay out, actually 2 guys stayed out. Jake Rogers and Seth Cole. Bonsignor took fuel only, but then with 4 fresh Goodyears, it's Jonathan Logan in the 4th starting position for this restart. Let's see what he does on the restart here in the Emerson Electric 250 from Gateway. We're back here at the World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway for the Emerson Electric 250 in the Turkey Hills Series, and a couple guys stayed out there under that caution. Jake Rogers in the 35 and Seth Cole in the 79. We mentioned Alex Bonningster went fuel only. The first guy with tires there, number 63 of Jonathan Logan, had that wicked fast start on the inside of the Landon Smith Jr. machine and the Trey Smith machine. Then it's Nick Smith, who is now in 5th. Mark Allen, Landon Smith Jr., and Trey Smith, the front row guys, in 7th and 8th. Chase Buck and Keshawn Richardson ran out the top 10. And out of the race, 2 laps down, is Ashland Boyd. May not be out of the race, but he's out of contention to win this event here tonight. Back to racing at Gateway, and a good jump there out of Trey Smith to the inside of Landon Smith Jr. Of course, Trey Smith going to take that points lead from Carter Friesen, or at least trying to do so in this race. Carter Friesen did get a good run off the pit lane, though, as he restarted back in the 18th position. But the way they are currently running, Trey Smith would be tied with Carter Friesen heading into Daytona next weekend with only 2 races left to go. But Jake Rogers, great jump there on the start. We'll have to see what Jonathan Logan can do here, on Alex Bonningster for the 3rd position.
Do they see a yellow flag?
I think the flagman has a yellow shirt on. We're still green here at Gateway. Nick Smith to the inside of Jonathan Logan. Logan got tight through the corner. He's going to slip up on the outside lane. Here comes Mark Allen. Here comes Trey Smith in the 66 machine. And with how early on these guys came down the pit lane, I don't know how much of an advantage Jonathan Logan and all those guys who took tires are going to have on the guys who stayed out. But Jake Rogers and Seth Cole are pacing this field right now. They're still 1-2 with Bonningster, Nick Smith, and Mark Allen, the top 5.
Yeah, the guys that stayed out are actually pulling ahead of the ones who came down in the pits. So far, that strategy for track position is definitely working out for those two. But we'll see how it will work out later in the run.
It definitely will. Not even a quarter of the way through this race yet here, the World Wide Technology Raceway. Seth Cole trying to close in here on Jake Rogers for the race lead, trying to work that inside lane. These are very tight corners, and they're very flat corners as well, so they do have to slow down quite a bit heading into these corners here at Gateway, and it's a very unique racetrack. Obviously, Chick-fil-A Country is coming here tomorrow night for the AAA Missouri 600K. That's going to be a pivotal race in the chase for the championship. Mark Allen to the inside of Nick Smith. That is for the 4th position, I should say. These guys have already started. Who am I kidding? Mark Allen to the inside, going to take that position away, looking for a 2nd win of the season. Won in Atlanta back in March. Here comes Daniel Voiles now to the inside of Jonathan Logan. Logan continues to slip up in the 63 machine. Trey Smith might be able to get a position here as we got 3 wide in the back. Zach Rogers, Jeremiah Dwayne, and Keshawn Richardson. And the number 23 of Carter Friesen is slipping back through the field again. He is currently in the 22nd position here and falling on the outside lane. So Trey Smith currently in the position to take the points lead heading into Daytona next weekend.
And as you observed, the outside lane definitely not working for these guys. And Jonathan Logan, who of course made that 3 wide pass on the initial start, also slipping back as well after that first caution.
We'll have to see if Logan can rebound later on in the race, if it's part of strategy. I do imagine that everyone in the field is going to have to make another pit stop before the end of tonight's event. So essentially everyone's on the same cycle, so that's going to really help out Jake Rogers and Seth Cole. Both of these drivers have won a race this season. Jake Rogers won at Auto Club all the way back in February, and Seth Cole won Martinsville in May. And this place is almost a very fast-paced Martinsville, if you want to look at it like that. So we'll have to see if the Outer Island Motorsports driver can get a good run here tonight. Mark Allen on the back bumper of Alex Bonningster here. That is for 3rd. And we'll say, once these tires start to wear out, the passing becomes a lot more difficult on the racetrack. And these guys tend to take a single line around the racetrack. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially once we get the cycle of pit stops to occur. These guys get fresh tires on their machines, how much the field shuffles around when that occurs, but there hasn't really been a pass for the race lead on the racetrack yet, with the exception of the start of the race. Jake Rogers holding ground very strong right now here at Gateway.
Jake Rogers doing a good job pacing the field. That's exactly what he needs to do at this stage of the racetrack, at this stage of the race. Don't get too aggressive. We see the 79 closing in turn number 2. So maybe Seth Cole has something to say about that as they head down the backstretch and into 3.
Number 79 trying to gain an advantage here on Jake Rogers. He's definitely pushing the issue right there and looking to the inside. He could not find a hole. And Jake Rogers will hold on to the race lead. Seth Cole was there, but there was just not enough room on that inside lane to move down to the inside of Jake Rogers, and that's what happens later on in this race. If you just take that inside lane throughout the entire racetrack, going to be able to hold on to your position fairly well. Seth Cole's going to have to use the bumper to get around Jake Rogers in this race, if it occurs, most likely. And the same kind of goes for all the positions on the racetrack right now. The only side-by-side battles we got going on are deep in the field. We got Logan Williams, Lathan Strickland here, right ahead of our pulling seater Carter Friesen. Friesen currently in the 23rd position right now. Not exactly the best place to be, but considering where he started in this race, it's a lot better than 35th. Just going to have to see, though. Trey Smith is in the position to take the point seat away heading into Daytona, and that is going to be big towards this championship. Of course, Trey Smith won the opening event at Daytona as Mark Allen, Nick Smith both got around Alex Bonsignor. Now you got Daniel Voiles into the inside of the 75 machine. That might open the door for Trey Smith as they try to get to the inside of Jonathan Logan. But Logan working the outside lane of the 63 machine, and they're side by side for the 6th position here at Gateway.
Daniel Voiles is going to complete the pass on Jonathan Logan.
And for the race lead, apologize about interrupting right there, Seth Cole has a run to the inside of Jake Rogers, and he's going to take it away in lap 16. Rogers almost got in the outside wall.
Pass for the lead here as Seth Cole is going to take it over Jake Rogers. And now here comes the 8 car of Mark Allen trying to take second away from Rogers as well. Rogers is just about to get eaten up by these guys.
He definitely is, and I think those tires might finally be giving in a little bit on that 35 machine. Mark Allen's had a really good run so far, but Nick Smith to his outside. We're going to have to see how the battle for second goes, but Seth Cole does appear to have the faster race car right now, and that 79 looking to pull away from Jake Rogers at the moment. Mark Allen looking to close into the back bumper on Jake Rogers, and Nick Smith right there as well. Nick Smith has yet to win a race this season, the number 10 machine. So definitely going to be interesting to see if the veteran driver can get it done here tonight. And Alex Bonsignor, same thing for him. He's yet to win a race, but he's been falling back just a little bit. How about Chase Buck here, number 41? I think this is only his 3rd start on Napa Fan, and here he is running top 10 at Gateway. It's a difficult place to run well at. And here he is in the 8th position right there for Logan Racing. And Jonathan Logan in the 63 has fallen to 9th. Still a great run nonetheless, but not exactly where he was thinking he was going to be when he went 3 wide for the race lead on the start of the race.
Yeah, that's for sure. Logan still having a decent run, but I'm sure that he would definitely want to be up towards the lead and fighting for the lead after that move he made.
Jake Rogers fighting for the lead. Back to the inside for the top position. This might open the door for Mark Allen and Nick Smith. It's 4 now, 5 cars, maybe even 6 cars under a blanket here at Gateway. And Jake Rogers takes it back away from Seth Cole on lap 19 of 40. Mark Allen looking to the inside now for second on Seth Cole. And Mark Allen may have one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now there for Fisher G Racing. That inside lane looking very strong. You got Nick Smith, though, falling back a little bit. That might open the door for Alex Bonsignor in the 75 to get to the inside of him. But it's Jake Rogers back out front here in the Emerson Electric 250. Next time by will be halfway here at Gateway.
Yeah, great job by Jake Rogers to get to the
Oh, and Bonsignor really loose off the corner. Oh,
yes,
brother.
Bonsignor. Holy cow.
That should not have been a save for Alex Bonsignor. Let's just put it that way. What a move off of turn 4. The grip just went away in that race car off the corner, and he's going to lose a lot of ground right there. Now you got a battle. Daniel Voiles on Nick Smith. That is for 3rd. And Mark Allen, Jake Rogers have pulled away from the field. Seth Cole is now slipping back tremendously. Both of the Outer Island cars struggling here right now in the later part of this green flag run. You got Trey Smith in the 66 machine starting to move his way through the field. Along the inside of Nick Smith, Chase Buck to the inside of Seth Cole as well. Lots of battling going on inside the top 10. Bonsignor in a battle right there with Zach Rogers. And Jonathan Logan up a position to the 8th place in the number 63, but he continues to work this outside lane, and this is a little edgy right here. Zach Rogers put the bumper to him through the corner, but was better, thought better of it, and did not move to the inside of him there for position, and possibly caused him to get sent around. Mark Allen closing in here on Jake Rogers for the race lead here, lap 22.
Yeah, Allen is creeping in on the 35 of Jake Rogers, as there has been a lot of intense racing over those last couple of laps. It's still an amazing save. I have no idea how the 75 was able to hang on to it, but what a wheelman Alex Bonster must be, as we got more battling just outside the top 10. Christian Vargas, last race's winner, trying to go for the pass on the number 36. That is Jeremiah Dwayne.
Yeah, and Vargas looking really strong right now in the 82, looking to back up his race victory from last weekend. He comes into this race only 18 points behind Carter Friesen. Well, right now, Carter Friesen still sits in the 23rd position, so Vargas wouldn't surpass Friesen in the points, but he definitely come close back to the race lead. It's a very intense battle up front between Jake Rogers and Mark Allen. Everybody is still on the lead lap within 13 seconds of each other as well, with the exception, of course, of Ashlyn Boyd, who had his issue early on in the race. He's 21 laps down. It's a good battle here, but Jake Rogers has done an excellent job holding on to this race lead here at Gateway. We'll have to see. I would imagine pit stops are going to be closing in here shortly here at the World Wide Technology Raceway. We'll have to see how that shakes the field up once we get to them, and it's looking like we may end up with green flag pit stops. A long green flag run so far here at Gateway. Jake Rogers, Mark Allen using up those tires, battling for the race lead.
Yeah, Mark Allen right behind Jake Rogers, waiting for Rogers to maybe slide up the track so that he can take advantage and step to the inside.
And don't look now. Here comes Daniel Voiles, number 96. Nick Smith is back in here as well. Voiles has done a great job here. Last few laps, he has been eating away at this race lead pretty much every single lap, and now he is up only a half second behind Jake Rogers for the race lead. Nick Smith there, and the number 66 of Trey Smith round out the top 5. Trey Smith doing an excellent job after he started in the 2nd position for this event. Fell back a little bit there, but he has regained back up to 5th, looking to take the points lead away from Carter Friesen, and not much change going on for Friesen in the back of the field right now. He is still stuck in that 23rd position. We're just going to have to see, though. You definitely want to be the points leader heading into Daytona, because you never know how it's going to shake up in that wild event for the Fresh from Florida 250 next weekend. But either way, Jake Rogers going for his 2nd win of the season. He's done an excellent job tonight. Will he hold these guys off and get the race victory in the Emerson Electric 250?
And he must be doing some really good tire management, because you saw how the tires fell off of the 79 of Seth Cole, but Rogers, who also stayed out under that caution, definitely did a better job of that, but it could also be the tires are starting to even out, because there is only a couple lap difference between them.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good point there, because those guys who did take tires, and I don't even think Mark Allen took tires on the pit stop anyway. So you're realistically looking at Daniel Voiles possibly being the first guy who did take tires. And he was closing in there, but he's fallen off just a little bit. Nick Smith and Trey Smith going to close in on him. And there goes Nick Smith. He's got a run there for 3rd on Daniel Voiles. That might open the door up for Trey Smith to possibly gain a position on one of these guys. Trey Smith going to move to the outside of Nick Smith and try to take the 4th position away, but that inside lane is just too strong through 1 and 2. And Trey Smith will remain in the 5th position. Seth Cole only fell back to 6th. Then it's Chase Buck, Alex Bonsignor, Christian Vargas inside the top 10 now. Number 82 to the inside of Jonathan Logan for a position. And that's 2 weeks in a row that Jonathan Logan's been passed by that 82 machine, and I think he's getting a little tired of it. But either way, Vargas is coming, and Vargas has a shot at this championship as well. And a top 10 run, while Friesen falling outside the top 20, is going to be huge towards the championship fight for Christian Vargas. For the race lead, Mark Allen to the inside of Jake Rogers for the top position. And Allen's going to take it away from the 35 here on lap 30. Next time by, only 10 laps to go. When will these guys come down the pit lane? That is the big question. We'll have to see if that becomes a factor late in this event. I spent my whole day mowing the grass. I'm worn out from that, so apologies if I'm not announcing too well. I'm going to have Brady back me up here. He's doing an excellent job tonight. 10 to go here in the Emerson Electric 250. Mark Allen has taken the race lead away from Jake Rogers. Now, if you're Rogers, do you think, do I come down the pit lane now? I've already lost the position here. Maybe come down and make sure I can make it to the end?
You could possibly try and do that, try and pull some strategy here at the end. But Mark Allen, like we've seen most of the day, the best way to get to the lead is have the leader slip up through turns 1 and 2 and take advantage by getting to the inside. And Allen did that perfectly as we got the 35. Coming back to the inside is Jake Rogers, trying to take the lead away from Mark Allen. And don't look now, Nick Smith is in this battle as well. He's going to try and take second from the outside. That's not going to really work out. Daniel Voil's in this too with the 4-car battle coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting, and we're going to have late race pit stops in this event most likely, and these guys are all on each other for the top few positions, so it's still anybody's race here at the World Wide Technology Raceway. But Mark Allen doing a good job, and this is a great battle for third between Voiles and Nick Smith. And they continue to go side by side, but if Voiles can hold the inside here in turn number 1, it looks like he will take that position away from the 10 machine. And that might be a free position for Trey Smith in the number 66. And Trey Smith going to look to the inside now, Nick Smith for 4th. That's a valuable position right there for Trey Smith, looking to take this points lead away from Carter Friesen heading into Daytona. I mentioned that a lot, but that's a big deal. This championship is really close. And Trey Smith's done an excellent job getting that advantage here at Gateway. Carter Friesen's fallen all the way back to 25th now, so more points for Trey Smith. Unable to get around Nick Smith right there. But all in all, should be a great night for the driver of the number 66 machine. And did all this talk about there being pit stops, and there we go. Seth Cole's down the pit lane. He is the first driver to come down in the number 79. But imagine we're probably going to be seeing Jake Rogers come down right here from the second position on the racetrack. And now the rest of the guys, they can go about 2 laps longer than Jake Rogers and Seth Cole. They should be coming down within the next couple of laps here at Gateway. This is going to be a very interesting cycle here from the World Wide Technology Raceway. Who is going to get the advantage on the field? Mark Allen continues to lead with 6 to go in the Emerson Electric 250.
These late pit stops are going to be really crucial. You've got to have a fast pit stop here, because if you lose a spot this late, it's going to be really hard to get it back. As I said, we got some more drivers coming in. Daniel Voiles, I saw the 10 come in as Nick Smith, and I think Christian Vargas as well. So this could really shake up the field depending on how those pit stops go for these guys.
It definitely could, and we always cross our fingers when we get green flag pit stops in any racetrack, because sometimes they don't come down correctly and we end up with a caution, and we don't particularly want to see that. There's Jake Rogers. He's a lap down at the moment. He's got to be careful with the transition down the backstretch, especially if Chase Buck's going to be coming down this time. Chase Buck's going to stay out right there. Trey Smith is coming down the pit lane. It's going to be 4 laps to go next time by. Mark Allen might be going for a gas and go when he comes down the pit lane here. That might be his strategy to win this race. As for someone like Jake Rogers or Seth Cole, they most likely took tires because they have yet to make a pit stop in this event here tonight. But that number 8 machine looking to go fuel only, I do believe, on his pit stop. And these guys got to be careful as the drivers come off the pit lane. That transition down the backstretch is going to be treacherous. Here comes our race leader, Mark Allen, with 4 laps to go, coming down the pit lane. Chase Buck, Zach Rogers, Alex Bonsignor in the 75 down as well. Mitchell Collins, Lathan Strickland, Joshua Rush, and the 21 of Ryan Benjamin. They might be a few of the last ones. Jordan Lopez currently in 10th. I believe that he is the last driver to come down the pit lane, and there he is. So this is going to cycle through right here. Jake Rogers and Seth Cole are right on each other. It's 3 laps to go at the line for Mark Allen on the pit lane. It was a gas-and-go stop for the Fisher G Racing driver. We'll have to see where he comes out in relation to everybody else. You see the 41 there of Chase Buck, who wasn't too far off the 8 machine once this cycle began, getting off right behind him on the pit lane. We're going to see where the 35 and the 79 are. They're currently in a battle for position on the racetrack. And we're going to have to see if they can close in on Mark Allen. Mark Allen still getting up to speed. Seth Cole and Jake Rogers in a battle right there. But Allen has pulled away on the number 8. It looks like he's got a significant lead there on Chase Buck for the top position. And a great strategy out of Mark Allen when gas and go on the final stop. And it may get him the race victory here at Gateway. 2 laps to go in the Emerson Electric 250.
We saw pit strategy decide the previous race at Watkins Glen, and it has once again popped up here in the Turkey Hill Series as Mark Allen well on his way to victory, barring anything unfortunate happening in this next lap and a half. He has a huge lead over Chase Buck and Seth Cole. So I think Mark Allen has this made.
It'll be his second win of the season if he can pull it off. Of course, you never know what could happen. He could blow up. He could have a tire go down on this final lap. But, knock on wood, let's hope it doesn't happen to him. White flag in the air here in the Emerson Electric 250 at Gateway, and Mark Allen cruising to his second win of the season. Seth Cole has just blistered by Chase Buck. That 79 with the fresh tires is really fast, but I don't think he's going to have enough time on Mark Allen for this race victory. Jake Rogers looks to take the third position away, and Zach Rogers looking for a top 5. Trey Smith will finish inside the top 10, and Vargas will most likely as well. Jonathan Logan falling back to 13th as rounding turn number 4. Mark Allen, second win of the season. It comes at Gateway.
Great drive for Mark Allen. Great strategy for the crew. Did a fantastic job all day and gets the win here at Gateway, his second win of the season. And we're going to see some championship shakeups.
No
sure.
doubt about it. Carter Friesen, number 23, finished 30th. Trey Smith finished 7th. Trey Smith will be in your points leader heading into Daytona, but Christian Vargas going to be right on him there. And Friesen is still in this championship fight, even though he's just lost the points lead. He's still going to be right there as well, heading into the Fresh from Florida 250. Would like to mention, though, Seth Cole, Jake Rogers, if there were 2 more laps in this race, I think Seth Cole would have won. Seth Cole gained a second that last lap right there on Mark Allen. But Mark Allen was just too far ahead for that to happen. And Mark Allen with his second win of the season here in the Turkey Hill Series. It comes in the Emerson Electric 250 at Gateway. Solid race here. It was very fun to do this one. We had battles going on all over the place. Pit strategy right at the end of the field. And Brady, how about this for your first ever race on Fan? Very interesting how it all played out, but in the end of the day, one of the best races we've had this season in terms of just being a calm race, but still great racing on the racetrack.
Yeah, definitely. I think this race had a little bit of everything. Definitely a very solid race overall. A lot of battles for the lead and battles further back in the pack. You had some strategy mixed in there at the end as well. Just solid racing overall here at Gateway.
Absolutely, and the points battle is going to really change heading into Daytona next weekend. Carter Friesen finishing 30th, but Trey Smith finishing 7th. Trey Smith will take the points lead. I would imagine as well Jonathan Logan's going to gain. He's still going to be within a race of points heading into Daytona next weekend. Of course, Christian Vargas is going to be in there as well. Landon Smith Jr. finished 27th, though, and he's going to fall back. He'll still have a shot at the championship, but I don't think it's going to be as good for him as it will be, of course, obviously, for Trey Smith or Christian Vargas. I think at this point, the top 3 in points are going to be Trey Smith, Christian Vargas, and Carter Friesen heading into Daytona next weekend. And you got to remember, when we went to Daytona back in February, the winner of that race was Trey Smith. Of course, next weekend, it's a shorter race, a much shorter race, actually, for the Turkey Hill Series. I believe we had a 30-lap event there. When we went there in February, it's only going to be 20 laps next Thursday night. I think we'll do it I don't know. Turkey Hill Truck Series is going to be starting next Thursday night as well. I don't know which one's going to be first, but you'll see it. You'll see it next Thursday night at some time from Daytona for the Fresh from Florida 250. And Brady, this battle for the championship is going to be super close here. With only 2 races left to go in the season now, Trey Smith is the new points leader. Who do you think is going to win this championship in Darlington 2 weeks from now?
Honestly, I have no idea because Daytona is such a wild card race. Anything could happen there. I really think whatever point situation comes out of Daytona will really be the deciding factor here in the championship, because it's just so unpredictable.
It definitely is. And first time we've had Daytona as the penultimate race of the season for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series and Turkey Hill Series. That's a little crazy. I know. We wanted to line up with the real-life NASCAR schedule and wanted to finish on Labor Day at Darlington this year, and that's just the way it worked out. But hey, that's just the way it works out, and it's going to be fun to see what Trey Smith and all those guys in the battle for the championship can do, along with Christian Vargas, Carter Friesen. Jonathan Logan is in there as well. Jacob Hammond's going to fall back a lot. Didn't really mention him, but he was involved in that accident and finished a lap down here tonight. So his chances at the championship are going to fall quite a bit after this one. But either way, tomorrow night we got the AAA Missouri 600K in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and as this race did, I think it's going to play a huge factor in the championship battle, because Chick-fil-A Cup just has the same schedule as the Turkey Hill Series in terms of racetracks for these final 3 races: Gateway, Daytona, and Darlington. So it's going to be very fun to see how it all plays out next weekend and tomorrow for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Mark Allen with his 2nd win of the season, and we will see you guys next weekend for the Fresh from Florida 250. Tomorrow night, not only do we have the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, but at 7 p.m., an hour before the AAA Missouri 600K, it's driver's sign-ups for the Turkey Hill Truck Series Season number 7. We'll be splitting the season along with Matt Tuck this year, so I'll be doing 10 races in the season, and Matt Tuck will be doing 9 races. It's going to be a 19-race season, and it will take place throughout the fall and end on Thanksgiving weekend in November. But either way, we're excited for that. Huge thanks to Brady Williamson for calling this race, you guys. You did an excellent job. It was only just you. You did a better job than I do, I'll say that much. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next weekend from Daytona. Tomorrow night, of course, Chick-fil-A Cup is from Gateway. I'll shut up now. Mark Allen, your race winner here from Gateway on behalf of Brady Williamson. Here are the points for the Turkey Hill Series after 26 races, and I will see you guys later.